Thank you. Welcome to tonight's Community Affairs Committee meeting. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, general law, section 30A, section 18, and the governor's March 15th, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Northborough Community Affairs Committee will be conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance by members of the public will be permitted. Didn't think I was going to have to read that again, but here I am. Welcome to the meeting, everyone. I'm going to start by introducing myself. I'm Susie Sislicka, the chair of the Community Affairs Committee. Pam, I'll just call out who's next on my screen. Just say, yeah.
What?
Just say your name so we'll have it.
Oh, hi, I'm Pamela Markey. I'm secretary of the Community Affairs Committee.
Jen?
Jen Kenny, member of the Community Affairs Committee.
Lisa?
Lisa Smith, also member of the Community Affairs Committee.
Beck?
Hi, Rebecca Foley-Mahopoulos, also a member of the committee.
Beth?
Beth Payne, committee member.
And we have Katie Cerrone joining us. She is an applicant to the Community Affairs Committee, and she's going to volunteer with us and help out. And we are missing our treasurer tonight, Jess, and another member, Trisha. So I believe, of course, I kind of wrote down the rough sketch of the agenda because I wanted more space to be able to write tonight. The first thing I believe is the approval of last month's minutes. Did everyone get a chance to review them? Did anyone have any changes?
Did we, Susie, when you texted me today about the time, I didn't see the time for the kindness. It reminded me that I didn't see the time for the Kindness Week kickoff in the minutes or the day. Do we want to amend that? Because we did talk about it, but maybe we didn't decide on a time. I kind of thought we did, but maybe not. And maybe this doesn't matter because I don't know.
I can address it if you want me to. Rebecca.
Yeah,
I think we decided to kick it off on that first day, no? Or the
right, the
Friday.
Friday. I don't think it was in the minutes. So when I went back to the minutes to check on the time this morning, I didn't see a time.
No, we don't have a time specifically. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we didn't choose one then. I thought we did, but we probably didn't because.
Well, since we're gonna go over Kindness Week first, we can just have it in this month's minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like the month before, and then we don't have to amend or change with the town.
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Yep.
All right.
Great.
Do I have a motion?
Oh, a motion to approve the minutes.
Yes.
I'll second that.
Second vote. Are we all in favor? It looks unanimous to me. The financial report has not changed at all for anything coming in or going out. So I will just table it until next month when Jess can hopefully make it, if that's okay with everyone.
Yep.
And then we're gonna get right to and members, we need one new member. So Katie's here. I also interviewed 2 other applicants on Monday, and I have another interview next week. And what I've told each one of them, because they all want to volunteer and help, and I said, come to our meetings. We always need more hands and ideas and help. So please come, because I wasn't even a voting member when I was first on. So whenever we have votes, somebody that's not a full member just won't be able to vote on those things. But otherwise, I encouraged everybody to come. So thank you, Katie, for coming. And I believe they had a Board of Select meeting, I think this week. So not next week, but the week after will be the next meeting, or I don't know if they would just, yeah, that's when they would decide and vote, and, because I have nothing to do with it, so it's all the Board of Selectmen. I just go to the interviews because I know what we do and I explain everything and ask questions and everything, so it might be 2 weeks from now before we have an official member, or next Tuesday, but I think they still need to approve it at the board. All right, so that's covered. So kindness week. So we did decide that we would kick off our portion on Friday, February 11th, between 4 and 4:30. Am I right?
Yeah, so I wasn't, yeah, so I was looking up today, like when the sun will set and stuff. So it'll be later. So we
Right.
could kick it off at 4:30 instead of, like Susie and I were just going back and forth today. So I'm thinking 4:30 would probably be more easier for people who are getting out of work and stuff,
Right,
parents
okay.
picking up. So, and I don't think it'll get dark until like closer to 5:30 by then.
What does it say? 5:14 is sunset.
Okay,
Yeah,
That'll be like the magical hour of dusk.
right, because that'll be when we can see the luminaries and,
Yep.
so we'll have like the last 15 minutes in the dark.
So we're
with
talking
the-
Friday the 11th.
February 11th. I
Okay.
mean, we could even do it well, I was outside, the sun set at like 4:44 today, and I noticed at 5 o'clock, it was still like pretty
Yeah.
bright outside.
Yeah,
So we could even kick it off at 5. I don't mind doing 4:30 by any means, but we could even push it to 5 if that's easier in the grand scheme of things, I think. Like
Well,
what,
so my thought only is, do we want to do the collection of the bags? Like if people are just dropping them off for us decorated and they don't want to mill around or hang out or have coffee or cocoa or whatever we do, should we do that in the light so we can set it up and have it ready at dusk? Because hopefully it won't be frigid and a drone could fly, but I have secured someone to volunteer to come take a drone picture because I thought it would look really cool of the common with the luminaries set up too.
cool.
But if it's like set and then we have a time and we could tell like the paper to come, and if we wanted some press coverage on it too.
Mhm.
Neat.
Facebook Live, we could, I mean, possibilities are endless at this
Right.
point.
Can we do YouTube too?
Could-
Right.
hey,
Yeah. Well, if we get,
Call Dana.
if the cable Northborough cable comes,
Oh,
right?
maybe that's what I was thinking of.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
The tree lighting last year, right? We
Yeah.
did one. Was it Northborough Cable? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just,
Okay, so 4:30?
I think I
I
like
think-
4:30.
yeah, it gives people time the kids may want to decorate the bags and,
Yeah. So should we try and do a rain date of Saturday if we need to? Because I don't think the bags would really stand up well. Because I think we'll just,
yeah.
I'm thinking more like white, almost like lunch bags, right? And so if it rains, I don't think it'll work out.
Right,
Good point.
right.
So can we do a rain date of that Saturday then? Well,
Yeah, I think we should.
okay.
I'm a yes.
Agree.
Okay,
Do we have to ask the town common if we can use it
So-
on Saturday too?
I've already been on that portion, and Diane has sweetly, I asked DPW Scott and Diane Wackel, and Diane checked with the fire chief, and he was concerned about open flame, and I'm like, oh no, I don't do open flame. I like my tea lights, and I had told DPW Scott that we'd pick them up, like when it's all done. But they thought it was a great idea, so that was my only feedback on anything, was no open flame. So I think we'll be okay switching. I'll just let them know so that they'll know that we would be there.
We just have to figure out, I guess, logistics a little bit because they work best. I reached out to my friend who did this in her town in Western New York, and she said it's beautiful and it worked out really well, but they weighted them down. You can weigh them down with either kitty litter or sand. And so she said the most laborious part was getting the sand into the bags. They had their DPW gave them sand, and then they ended up shoveling enough of it into it just to hold it up. if there's any sort of slight wind, otherwise they're going to blow away. So then we have to figure out whatever we do, if we do kitty litter or sand, we'll be able to dump it out somehow, but then to dispose of that as well. So however we weigh them down, we have to figure out how we're going to get rid of that.
Okay.
Want to just do like big rocks
Yeah.
so it'll be easier, or no, because it could tear the bag? Is that
Oh, I mean, we could probably do that, but then it's a matter of getting big
getting the
rocks
rocks right?
and then having like, even if it's like 1 or 2 rocks, because yeah, I could see like 1 or 2 rocks and then a tea light in there. But what happens if we need to do like 2 tea lights in there, because the common, are we going to try and do this farther in the back, more towards the parking lot? Or are we going to keep it more towards the lights near the street?
And are we keeping them on the ground, right? We were gonna put them on the ground.
Yeah, we were just going to do
Not
them
on
on
the
the
table.
ground. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, I mean, we can
Um,
even, if we have an idea of how many bags we do, if there's snow on the ground, we can literally stomp out the pattern before we even set up the bags. So it's a lot easier to actually, if we're doing a heart or kindness or whatever we do. But otherwise, if it's just like grass for some reason, we're gonna have to, set it up as we go.
Mhm. Right.
So it's gonna be great. I just think that the more we figure out ahead of time, and it doesn't have to be now, just the things that I'm thinking of that we're doing.
Right.
Like, execution stuff.
Yes. Yes.
So the kids are gonna be decorating them? Are they gonna be like cutting the holes in the bag, or
I think you could do either. I think you could
they're
take
just
like
decorating and the bags will glow enough without
we
like?
could do a test. I mean, I'll get some bags. My friend had a recommendation for she said an 8-inch bag is good. You don't want to do too big or too small. So I'll get some bags and we can test out with a tea light if we do like a hole punch or I think the easiest thing is just if they decorate it with like
Color.
markers or crayons, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Markers, crayons. I mean,
And
we
even
could have
have
like
a
glue sticks.
Pickup locations. Are
Mhm.
we gonna
Yeah.
provide all the bags or should we do suggested bags? Because what if somebody just says like, I have white bags, I'll get them from the dollar. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we can even stamp them. Like, or we could do this. Are we doing this as a fundraiser for like, are we going to be like, if you give us, donations suggested for the food pantry, and then we could kind of have a drop off, like a distribution date, or maybe we could work with the
so-
library to be.
Wait, so you're not thinking that I was thinking we just give the bags out.
We could
right
do
from the
either. I just had this idea of if we could use it like a donation thing.
Oh,
Not
okay.
even a fundraiser. I mean, you know how we did with the jack-o'-lantern? It was like a
Yeah.
suggested $5 thing. I don't mind either way. I don't have a vision either way. I think it's a great opportunity to raise money for something good, but it's not necessary. If you feel like that kind of, takes out the whole idea of kindness week in and of itself.
Well, I think
I'm
we could
open to
go-
either.
if we're gonna have a table with coffee and stuff like that, we could just put a donation box.
Like we always do.
Yeah.
Like at
Yeah.
the pavilion and everything.
Yeah.
we could add that to the advertising too.
Mhm.
Should it
Or,
be
like,
something
your-
other than the food pantry though? Because we always do the food pantry. Like, could we do
Yeah.
Helping Hands or Nutrition
Also-
68 or, and then it's giving another, charity in town some
Some FaceTime.
some-
Yeah. Some publicity, basically.
Yes, exactly.
But I think
Highlighting someone else.
I think this is a great way to also see who else would benefit from something like this that maybe we're not really paying attention to, and we can mention them, or we can rotate through our events and have them get different donations. Like the tree lighting is specifically for the food pantry, and kindness week is specifically for whatever it's going to be.
Ooh, we could take like a poll on our
Mhm.
page and ask people who they would like to.
Yeah, or first like a call out first to be like, if you have a nonprofit in Northborough or the surround, I mean, if it's something that affects Northborough but isn't necessarily based in Northborough, like I'm sure there's tons of stuff in Worcester County that would benefit from something like this. I mean, I don't know how macro or micro we want to keep this.
Well, we're also going to, I'm just thinking of like the bigger picture for Kindness Week. And that may play into this discussion, in that we want to do a call out like I'm thinking on Facebook, probably Instagram, you know, all our social media. And maybe maybe I should even do a press release for this, but that will be how we, a call out to let nonprofits know we're going to be doing this, and we're inviting you all to take part take part in this. So that's kind of a piece of it. So what am I saying? So we're also going to be giving lots of nonprofits publicity that way. 'Cause
Okay.
we want to,
Are we gonna do like a volunteer board? You know, we talked about like a volunteer board or something. I mean, that's all.
yeah,
board.
so we were gonna, right, we wanted to do the volunteer board, but also giving all of these nonprofits ideas. Well, just saying, if you want to take part in Kindness Week, here's when it is, and here's some ideas. And it could be a great way to pull more support and volunteers into your organization, nonprofit, whatnot. I mean, I know we also want to include like the school system, the library, the senior center, all like the town school entities too. But like, that's another way we could be helping, because we do want to do like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to bigger picture.
Mhm.
for
I
the-
think we have to start off small this year. I mean, also it's only a couple weeks, and I'm not saying, because these are all awesome ideas, but I think we gotta do a couple things well this year and then build on it more next year. Like, I think a call out for people looking for volunteers for nonprofits, I think that's great. Like, start to build up maybe people who don't get recognized or that we're not aware of in the community. I think that's awesome. I don't know.
think
I don't.
it's too much to ask of organizations to, here's when Kindness Week is. If you want to take part and plan something, please do it, and we will help publicize it. Like, that's
That's pretty handy.
our involvement. And I think this gives them people enough time. Like, it could be as simple as, it's sort of like, it's not going to be huge this year. We know that. Like, we'll have our kickoff event, but I think letting anyone and everyone know that we're going to do it. And if you want to plan something, that's great, because I feel like a lot of people have been asking us. But if we want to just do the event, I don't know. That's just,
I don't want to
think
take
it
away
needs
from
to be too
anything
much
either.
for us. Like, I don't.
No, I really wasn't. I was thinking more execution, but if it's more about us not facilitating, but kind of getting the idea out there and them executing it on their own, that's not.
Right.
No,
And
I was misunderstanding the workload of it, and I don't want to take away from the beauty of kindness. So yeah, okay.
That's just, I open to other ideas, but I think that, yeah, we're just giving the time, the platform, the idea.
Encouraging others to get
Yes.
involved.
Yeah, we
Yep.
want to partner with as many,
And we could even say like when we're approaching the schools, because the schools might want to do, they do the sock drive, or they might want to do Nutrition 68. Maybe we can say in the email to them, please let us know if you're going to be doing some sort of drive too. So we're not like double upping somewhere, because they might want to do a food pantry drive. Somebody might want to do Nutrition 68. Not that we want to like not give to all to the same place, but if we wanted to spread out to the most possible. And the schools are kind of ready and waiting for this too. So we could get that email out like tomorrow, you know what I mean? To find out about that.
Yeah. And even like on Facebook for just anyone, it could just be like anyone involved. If you're involved in a nonprofit in Northborough, please let them know we're doing that, just like starting to drum up. I mean, obviously we have to think about how we're going to say it, but just starting to get.
Yeah.
I think too, you had said, Rebecca, about doing maybe a list. Maybe we can kind of come up with a list of ideas that they could do. They don't have to use them, but just when we announce, it's just saying, you can have people, paint rocks, or, donate a book, or up to the library. Or I don't know if they're accepting books, but, we could like give
up
some
with that
ideas of what
list.
we can do.
Yeah.
Yes, we started a list. Yes, I think yes, that was in the minutes. The
Yeah.
awesome minute.
Coffee with a
Um,
cup, take and leave a note. Kindness books.
So yeah, we can probably put that in the message on Facebook or
Right, here's some ideas.
yeah.
And you might have something more idea specific to your organization.
Mhm.
But we're happy to help brainstorm. I mean, you know.
I like it.
Sounds good.
Very good. So we'll do the email to schools. And I think we could include NSPAC and the district office on there. Beck,
Yeah. Mhm.
from our
Right.
previous talks with them. And then,
Right. Oh, yes.
and then we'll do a post. And I guess, you know, this might be a good time to start an email list as well of the of nonprofits in town and organizations.
Was someone gonna look for a list?
Yeah,
Were we gonna
I thought
I
ask?
we were
probably
gonna
was.
ask someone, but I can't
Yeah, we were
remember.
gonna
who we
ask
were-
a select.
Probably Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on another
Oh.
meeting right now.
Yes, we were gonna
Actually,
see
was
if-
texting with her earlier.
Right, because they looked up the restaurants in the beginning, right? Didn't someone pull?
Yes.
Something
Yeah.
like that?
And it could be the same email to every, I mean, we don't have to,
No.
again, like try to simplify this as much as possible and first year completely, you know.
All right, I
Okay,
just
what do you
sent that
want?
text, so I'm not gonna forget. And then when we were talking about the volunteer board, maybe we could say that that's a project that we have that we want to start, like we wouldn't need it then. But maybe why don't you contact us if you have volunteer positions or the time of year, like maybe the food pantry at Thanksgiving and holiday time, like maybe they need more people. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe we could start something like that and just keep working on it, because we will go into a little bit of a lull with Munchie Madness this year, because we don't have to do a lot of the legwork or the initial advertising. You know what I mean? Because we're not going into the restaurants and stuff this year, right? We're just opening it up for everything. So it could be something that we could kind of start, or at least get a list for maybe the town to start, because that is something I brought up to another board of select person as well. Like it would be great if there was a list or calendar of volunteer organizations. So she really liked that idea. But
It would live somewhere on like a town web page somewhere.
yeah, almost like how they have the meeting calendar. And then the diversity and inclusion, I know a couple of you were on with me there. They wanted to do a calendar of holidays.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, what if you had a list of organizations where you could volunteer? Because we really, you know, if somebody moves to town, they don't know.
Right.
Like nobody knows what we do versus the cultural council versus like, what does the garden club do? You know, like, just to kind of have a list of people. So
Yeah, and for next year, because you know, I'm sorry to go back to big picture, but maybe next year it could be part of this event that all these groups could come with their like I know that was like the original idea, you know, this event. People could come with their table and they could set up something. So like Helping Hands has a table, not for this year, but in the future, like that's where this could go to.
Yeah.
So it's like we are really putting them out there, giving them a place to kind of gather people. We can really see, it'll be a great visual again, like, wow, there are all of these people helping in Northborough, being kind, you know? And so it's giving people also a place to go to find out physically where they can volunteer. So again, that's in the future as a possibility, but just, you know, just want to put it out there.
we always love to make things larger. But it's good that we start out simpler. I
Yes.
appreciate that. Okay, so we'll do an email to schools, this because they're kind of different. They're going to have to take that and bring it in classroom as a school-wide thing. Like that'll be all them, but they did want in.
Yes.
And
So
they
you'll
wanted to
send it to-
coordinate it with our dates.
Yes. And Greg, yes, because he's been asking, right?
Yeah. And then do an email and a call out on Facebook. If you let me know that information with the examples, that will be good. And then Lisa, you're gonna test out bags.
Yep. And
I
I'll
have
put-
the tree lights
perfect.
and
We'll probably
I'll
need
call-
more, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure out quantities and stuff like that.
okay, I'll call DPW and see if they have a bag of sand to spare.
And even if
Bag
they
of sand
don't,
to spare.
just more, how do they want to dispose of it too? Like even if we,
Okay.
like if we do kitty litter, like I don't think that's a big deal either, but can they leave like a garbage barrel there? It'll be heavy
Yeah.
for someone to dump. Like
Even if it's like on the edge where they could pick it up
Yeah.
after. Yeah,
everybody has to go. Yeah.
okay. Okay, so anything else to discuss on this? I don't want to rush through it.
Do we need to figure out like who's getting the hot chocolate, coffee, all that?
Oh, yes.
Are we, because we're not having another meeting
No,
yeah, right. So, because we decided on coffee, hot chocolate, and like a treat, sweet treat? Or no, I'm sorry, I don't have
I'm gonna
the,
ask. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
should we just do hot cocoa because it's at night on a Friday?
Yeah. That's a good point.
keep it
Yeah.
simple.
Keep it simple. Starbucks, Dunkin'. I'm trying to think of coffee shops or cocoa shops that would be open at that time. Because a lot of them close earlier in the day.
Starbucks probably will be, and they usually will donate stuff like that.
Okay, so maybe
I
cocoa
just-
from there.
Yeah, I can see if I can coordinate that. I don't know if I'll be available that Friday night is the only thing.
That's okay. If you can get the ball
Well,
rolling,
Maybe I'll reach out to Starbucks anyways.
Okay,
somebody or a minivan will be there to pick it up.
What time do you think you want to pick it up?
If 4 maybe?
Or
If we're kicking off at 4:30.
Okay, and like just one of the giant things of like, I'll just see whatever they'll donate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if
um,
it's the same containers as
Mhm.
Wegmans. I would
Yeah.
assume.
Right. I assume they have some
For the
people-
spring fair, I don't know if any of you guys remember, they gave the big giant like plastic tubs. They're
Urns.
not tubs, but yeah, whatever you
the
want to call
urns
them.
that,
like
the ones at Wegmans.
Yeah, the ones that what Metro West had for Wegmans.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's what, oh yeah, okay, maybe it was what they
Brown
had.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I can call them.
thank you. And then treats. Do we want to go to, or do we
I
want to
mean-
get like lollipops or something? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Yeah, we could do like lollipop.
Do like
Or-
bulk candy.
I
Yep.
still have some money on the Wegmans card, like $20.
They have like the heart-shaped lollipops, right?
Yeah,
If they're doing,
right?
like,
Something like that. I saw a bunch of like gummy stuff out today and like chocolates. I didn't really look specifically. I didn't see any lollipops, but something like that would be perfect.
Okay. And I'm going to BJ's tomorrow so I can see what they have in bulk too. All right. So we have that.
Do we need
Um,
crayons and markers and stuff, or like things to decorate it with?
Do we
Or-
want to
or
have
picking
some
them up
there
ahead of
as
time?
well, right?
Some
Yeah.
there to decorate.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
a ton of like half broken crayons and stuff that I'm more than happy to
So do I.
there.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think between that, I think we
Check.
can-
I'll
The two of
bring,
us
well, I'll
will
bring
bring
markers,
your stuff.
crayons.
right. And then we can test out. I'll test out and see if crayons work better than markers or what the deal is. But I mean, we only have to distribute the bags. We don't have to distribute the tea lights or any of the weights. So I think it'd be relatively easy if people want to pick them up like a week early or a couple of days early and decorate them and just drop them off. Right? Are we thinking instead of just decorating there, they can pick them up? Kind of like a jackal, like, well, right? I don't know. Is that too complicated to, it would just be bags? Or are they just
You
going to decorate?
probably ask like places around town, maybe like the senior center to leave some there, the library, the schools.
Right?
Right? We could just drop them off at a few places, or
And we can do a bin too, because
Oh, yeah. Like the
people might
bag.
not be able to go there this month. I don't even know.
So why don't we just do
Oh,
bins
town
like we do
hall
for the
or no?
I
garbage?
would say, yeah, just bins, and then you can also make it very clear they can do it there too.
Okay, all right,
Right.
that sounds good.
Or
Yeah,
even do their own, like,
Yep.
you know,
Mhm.
yeah,
You mean like when we did the bins outside of like people's homes to pick up like the trash bags,
Yeah.
just have bins outside? Okay. I think that probably makes most sense because like a lot of the public buildings, like you said, are closed.
I mean, we could, maybe town hall would let us do a bin outside the door if I
Yeah.
dropped it
Mhm.
off and picked it up every night, just so it's a more like central location.
oh yeah,
The
it's true.
library
Yeah.
will probably
Yeah.
might.
I'll ask the
too.
library.
Should we start, if we're gonna have bags out and about like February 7th?
That
That's
What is
the
it?
Monday.
the Monday.
Yeah,
I don't think you need
Okay.
a weekend to decorate this. This is a lot easier than carving a jack-o'-lantern.
okay. They won't rot. We won't have that window where we're like, we can't have it out too long because of the rotting and the,
There's still
weather.
paper bags, so we could easily pick a bag up and just drop stuff everywhere. We'll have to figure.
all we just need like a couple good pictures, right? And
I'll see
an
if I-
overnight maybe. I'm even like not even hopeful for an overnight. Like I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I've learned my expectations.
Let me ask my friend, like the timeline, if it was a one and done thing, if they put them up and then took them down that evening, how they did it. Maybe she has some pictures too.
And we could even like wait until then. Like it's not something we have to advertise, but if we can get some cool pictures, have some people there to, advertise it. Cause I feel like the news articles that come out after always like remain with people for the next year, and they want to be involved. So, okay. We ready to move on? We can talk briefly about the town cleanup next. Town cleanup. I spoke with the interim director of the senior center, and we are good for the Saturday drive-through. She's not sure if anyone will be there like Liz was to let us in just in case. But I know some people live close to there in case we need to go, into a home for any reason.
Yeah, I can make
what's
my
the
home
date?
available.
What's the date?
Saturday, April 30th, I think we're gonna have to go with, because the week before is
Vacation. right?
vacation. So the 2 weekends before that's vacation. I really think the 9th and 10th is too early.
Yeah.
And the 30th is also, we have Earth Day that week. And then the following weekend's Mother's Day. And I feel like it's possibly First Communion after talking with one of the churches, and we just get into that. I think we just have to keep it April 30th. And again, like the bins, again, the drive-through, and is there anything we need to apply to early for that?
I will, if we want, do we want food from Wegmans? I will apply
Okay,
for the $100 just to
Yep.
put towards whatever food.
What did
You
we
want-
have last year?
This
I know
year.
the biscuits didn't work out well. That was our not so great. What was it?
Yeah, biscuits and jelly. We got
So
like
that was
bananas,
from
or
Chick-fil-A.
biscuits.
Yep.
Just biscuits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
biscuits.
donuts, right?
Yeah,
Biscuits,
we got donuts from Dunkin'.
coffee, right?
A lot of coffee.
coffee from Dunkin', and then I got like waters and
Bananas.
muffins. Oh, did I
Right?
get bananas?
Like apples and bananas. I feel.
Oh, we got some clementines, the apples,
Yeah.
bananas,
That's what it was.
and
Yeah.
then the mini muffins.
And scones, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
Yeah,
that.
it was like another breakfast
Yeah.
carb.
Is there? Do we want to? Are we going to try and recreate the biscuits again, or is there somebody else we can think of that would do like quantities of breakfast, like McDonald's? Should we try like breakfast sandwiches from McDonald's this year?
I thought we talked about maybe trying
Something different?
something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not obviously not pertinent, like it's not on fire or anything like that, but. Okay,
We'll ask McDonald's.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Is there any
I'm
other?
trying to think what else is. I know, I'm trying to think.
I don't think Arrow could handle that
No.
while like quantity.
What about Panera? Can they do? They don't do
Oh,
breakfast.
yeah.
Do they do?
They have breakfast sandwiches? I don't know.
They must have something.
I mean, we can ask
Bread.
McDonald's for the breakfast, like wraps. They're like
Mm-hmm.
those little wraps
Mhm.
that they have. And then we could get the donut holes from Wegmans.
Well, did Duncan do the donuts?
Yes.
Yeah, they threw those in
Like a
for
dozen,
us.
yeah, boxes or dozen.
I guess if whatever, if
Like
we secure some sort of breakfast sandwich, whatever, then we can backfill from there.
Who else has good breakfast sandwiches?
I mean, do you think, what are the two small places in town? The one by Venus and,
Yeah.
have we ever talked, I've never been to them once. What are they two? What are the two breakfast?
Oh,
Nikki
Brilla
D's,
and
like over
Arrow.
by Ralphie's has the best breakfast sandwiches, in my opinion.
Who?
Who does?
Nikki D's, like by
Oh.
Ralphie's.
That's what I'm thinking of, Nikki D.
Oh, yeah, they're
Best
huge.
And the
breakfast sandwiches.
donuts, yeah, the other one.
So good.
Yeah.
Does
I just don't know if
Festive
they could
Bread do
handle like a
breakfast?
big, huge quantity like that.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I
Festive
mean,
bread.
Starbucks, would they donate? I don't know. We're gonna ask them for a kindness week though. But
Their
they-
sandwiches are fancy too.
yeah, that might be, all right. Maybe it's
Is
just
there a
Starbucks.
Burger King in town? I don't even know. I'm trying
Um,
to think
one down
on
the
where
hall.
like,
Oh,
There is.
Starbucks and
Yeah,
Wegmans.
Northborough Frozen.
Starbucks, there's that, and that's still Northborough, that's right. Bless you.
bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Right,
you.
it's great. Like when you pull out of the Starbucks drive-through, you have to drive around the Burger King to get out.
Uh-huh.
Jen, didn't
I
you
made-
have good luck with McDonald's for the basketball?
Right?
I had luck with them.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, they did. She was very happy to donate. I wasn't a huge quantity, but she
Okay.
was very happy and she told me to keep her in mind. Do you want me to reach out to her again for breakfast sandwiches for the 30th for the town cleanup?
Yeah.
It
Right?
was really nice and she
Wow.
was telling me to keep her in mind, so. try it.
Okay.
All right, let me try that.
Yeah.
And then we can always do, if they're only willing to donate a certain amount, but we want more, I guess we can put funds towards it through possibly, if they can make them all.
Yeah, what should I say as far as like a quantity? What did you tell like Chick-fil-A? Remember?
100? 100? I'm just,
I think I told them how many people were coming and then how many people we had signed up. And then they kind of, it was kind of, last year wasn't a good example, I think. And
Well,
I
they
can't
can-
remember what happened 2 years ago. I don't think I
I-
handled them
I
2 years
feel
ago
like
or 3 years ago.
It's gotta be in, is it,
either
it's gotta be in the
50 or
minutes.
100, but it's probably in the minutes. I feel like when we started using Chick-fil-A, it was like whatever they'd bring. Like we
Yeah,
never
Okay.
kind
They brought,
of,
like,
Oh,
I
because the
remember
cow
them
would come.
two of the
yes, and
handheld.
we never really said the amount. It was like whatever they'll do, we'll be happy with.
And the, last year they had a shortage of staff and a new manager starting. So we were forgotten about and then
We got,
um,
we got biscuits.
we got biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure
So-
it's, we can probably pull it up from the drive. Actually, I could probably do that right now. Minutes on the drive.
What are you looking for?
The
What we
quantity
asked for.
or what they brought us, even if it's like, right, if you did
As
it based
far as
on
the biscuits or prior to the,
either the biscuits last year or what we took. If we
yeah,
had, like, I guess
they
we never.
usually just brought, I don't think they gave us a number. They just brought like two, the big warmer
Yeah,
bins, carrier thing.
Yeah.
I remember when we had it at the park a couple years ago, they were like 2 full
Mhm.
carriers. And then once we ran out, we ran out.
well, I
But I
guess
don't know.
if Susie told them the quantity of the people coming last year, we have at least that number of people, right? That, like you said, you told them how many people were signed up and gave them
Mhm.
that as a quantity. I don't know if they did it,
Yeah.
but that'll at least give you a number, Jen, to be like, we've asked in the past, or we've had this many participants, so
Yeah, do you know how many people signed up last year?
we might, if you think it's in the minutes somewhere, because I don't think we can go to the Sign Up Genius after the fact, but I can.
I feel like it wasn't Sign Up Genius, it was something else, which I have written down somewhere in here. I can get you the number after, Jen, because I'll have to like log on.
I mean, we have time. I don't need to call them tomorrow. Like we can,
You have a
Right.
number like to work with, because
Yeah,
I feel like if
but
we
I mean,
don't.
even like 100, even if I could just start by asking if they'll donate and then see what they say from there. And then if they ask for a number, I can either say 100 or let me get
Yeah.
back to you.
I think 100's good, and then if they balk.
Yeah, and I can always let them know that we send out signups, and so I'll have a better idea once we know how many people are gonna participate, something like that.
perfect.
Sure.
And we'll
So,
open
okay,
up,
going
so we
back
can
to-
talk,
Sorry,
yeah,
I was just gonna jump back to Kindness Week. So for Kindness Week, so I'll figure out the hot chocolate and stuff, but what time, like, how many of us do we need there on Friday, and like what time? And what else do we need to set up and stuff? you
Right.
know?
I feel like we should get there around 4, right? I think that's a valid,
yeah,
that's a fair time. We really only need 1 or 2 tables, I think, right? One for
Mhm.
hot cocoa and possible treats, and then another one with bags for decorating. I don't really see a need for anything else.
Maybe a third, just so that can be where they decorate, so we can spread them out. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Just
yeah.
'cause
I mean, you
can-
can't-
I
yeah,
can
there's-
bring 3 tables.
Yeah.
If people are doing them there, we can like have the
Yeah.
hand out one table, create another. So 3 tables.
And then we just have to
I'd say
decide.
as many people that can be there as possible will be great, but I don't think we need high school volunteers for this one. There's not a lot to do.
And then we just have to figure out if do we want to put them in a pattern? Do we want to make are we going to make a heart? Are we going to spell kindness? Does anybody have a vision for what we want this to look like? Or I can just mess around with it.
I leave it to your artistic, you're the artist in the group.
Yeah, you can see.
I want it set up in a map of Northborough.
Oh, I'm gonna set them up strategically throughout Northborough so that if you look at them on a map, it makes a heart.
Perfect.
A heart would be cool though.
Yeah, I
It
think
would be.
I think that'll be the easiest, and I think that'll be the nicest.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And what date did you want to open, just so I can put it on the calendar, open up the town cleanup, sign up? April 1st? April 1st, good? Okay. Next on the agenda, just quickly, because I don't know if I got to announce it last time or not. The grant from the Cultural Council came in, and I'm pleased to announce we've been awarded $650 from
Awesome.
the Northborough Cultural Council for our summer concert series. So that will help a lot with our 5 concerts. So I just wanted to officially thank them. We're really looking forward to a great concert season this year. And that we can go over the logistics of that, because I won't even be able to send it in and do any of the paperwork until after the concerts are over anyway. So we'll be reimbursed after, once we send in the form and the proof of advertising. Next on the list are bands. So we have 2 bands that we have pretty much kept in contact throughout COVID and throughout the past year.
Well, because we
And-
missed them too, yeah.
Yeah, we missed them last year because of the rain, and the year before, we kept in contact as well, and we have a history with them, and we know that they can perform well in a park-light setting in front of a crowd. So we already have Playing Dead and Cold Spring Harbor. I am now going to attempt. Do you guys want to go through a couple? I know it's 7:47. So I have I think 5 or 6 of the bands. Do you want to play snippets? Should we go through the list and plan to vote in February? What are your guys' thoughts?
I would
I'm
go
up
through
for
the
the-
list.
You want to go
Uh,
through some tonight? Because I think going through 10 would be like a long meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know like I'm solo right now with the kids, so I'd like to get them bed on time. And Pam, I received a couple more some more information too on amounts. If you have those, when I bring up
The
a
last-
band,
Yep.
if you have the amount ready or partially to discuss, and feel free to start screaming out or text me if like you can't hear it or you can't hear me. I've only done this once with Jim before our meeting. All right.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Can I just add, I know we have the Playing Dead, are we okay to discuss numbers right now or no? Like from, no,
No, why don't we
because
keep,
they increased their price. So
okay.
she sent over their contract. They
Yeah.
normally charged 900, but they're charging 1,200.
Okay. And do you
So-
think there's any wiggle room with that?
She was pretty firm.
Pretty firm. I know. Well, last year we kind of got away with,
Yes, the
Yeah.
same.
yeah.
But
And what was that date?
that is August 21st, Sunday.
August 21st. Okay. Sunday. And what was Cold Spring Harbor?
I still haven't got a confirmation for him, but that was Sunday, excuse me, June 26th.
Okay. All right. So the first band, and these are in no particular order. Hold on a minute. I gotta come back. All
Wait,
right.
sorry, while you're pulling that up, who's gonna be on August 21st?
August 21st is Playing Dead.
Linda, okay.
Yes. And we're sticking with 5 to 7. I'm telling, still, right?
Yes. Okay. I don't know if I should take off my headphones for this, if it'll make it easier. I guess we'll see. All right, the first band in no particular order. And Pam also stop me if it's like the wrong band or
Okay.
there's a better video.
Yeah.
The Cameron Campbell Trio.
They're pretty cool.
I'm trying to find the video now that I had before. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh. We, Jim and I listened to,
Fine, guys, you can come. It's fine.
Pretty cool.
very talented musicians. And it looks like they are playing it for like the Hartford Jazz Society. And oh, and he's Cameron is a pianist and producer from Worcester who's currently in New York City. And I'll play one more little snippet. And you guys, since we're not going over all of them tonight, feel free to listen more too. I don't know, this one's not playing.
I was gonna say, can you fast forward that one a little bit?
I don't know, it wasn't like going through.
Okay.
So you had it on mute when you were
Oh, did
playing
I?
it. Yeah, there was a little speaker in the right corner and it looked like it was on mute.
That's all
Thank you,
right.
Jim. All right, so we got, so
That's a good idea.
it looked like he didn't have, they didn't have vocals, which would be fine. We could maybe have one of the, like, more activities for that concert, but it was beautiful, very talented guy. So this is Melodious Zach. Let me see if he has any, it looks like music uploads. I don't see any live performances, so I'll just,
He was very excited, very anxious to perform. Ooh.
we'll start another.
Ooh.
Okay, so that was Melodious Zach.
$200 for 2
I'm not
hours.
gonna lie, he's kind of fun, but
He's
I don't-
catchy. I mean, he's
Yeah.
catchy.
I don't know, because
He's
he's
entertaining.
entertaining over. So I'm curious how it would be live, because it's
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
definitely him.
But he seems like he'd be a lot
Right.
of fun. Go to
Yeah.
energy.
I think he
Does have a lot of-
fun.
$200.
Does have a lot of energy.
$200. I mean,
200. Yep.
but I think he's kind of fun.
I feel like there's no videos of him outside, right?
No. I don't
No.
know. These
I
guys are
don't-
pretty cool. Cold chocolate.
Yeah,
we
I
ask,
like
can
them.
we
I like
ask the
them.
bands if they have videos of them outside to send us or no?
A lot of the
we-
sites, like a lot of their websites, they do. There's a handful that do like play at festivals and
Yeah.
outdoor shows, so they do have videos on their page. But
Oh, okay.
I can ask him.
We might be as
for
big
some live,
I know, maybe we'd be his first.
live concert.
or even live, just to see how he does with the
Yeah.
background with his own voice and
Yeah,
everything. Sometimes I do search deep for a live video, just so we could see too. Okay, so this is Cold Chocolate. Um,
Well, there's one quick thing that I got to know, cause you drive me wild, hit me way down low, so please, won't you tell me so? Oh, please, won't you tell me so? I know you say that you got some place to go, but that place could be right here, is it just a show, or is it set in stone? Well, I got to know, is it set in stone?
Okay, I'm gonna move to another one.
You booked a sunny Verbo ski chalet with endless views.
Sorry about the ads.
These guys are only available for Sundays, by the way.
Oh, Loretta, she's my barroom girl. Wears them sevens on her sleeve. Dances like a diamond shines. Tells me lies I love to believe. Her age is always 22. Her laughing eyes are hazel. Spends my money like waterfalls. Loves me like I want her to. Loves me like I want her to.
Okay, and so they're also from Boston.
They're great.
They're
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I really like
talented.
them.
They're also super talented, and I like his drumsticks. Did you notice them?
Yeah, they're like the
The bats.
Really kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're,
Um,
can I just say, Susie, they're only available on Sundays.
okay.
I had mentioned Thursdays, how we were gonna maybe try and put out some Thursday concerts, and he said that Sundays were better, and they were available every Sunday in July.
Okay.
So
And
there's-
and how much?
and they said 750 to 900 range, depending on sound equipment.
Okay. And Sundays.
Yeah.
And Cameron, Cameron Campbell trio. Sorry.
Yes.
We have
I
a price
haven't
on
had
them
much
yet?
I haven't had much contact since I sent out an email at the beginning of the year.
Okay,
I can send him another for more specific, but
sure. And does this look like holding back? Because there was a couple.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we've watched this. I watched
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we've watched them quite a few years.
We got Mac
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, the shark bit has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Mac Heath bait, and he keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with his teeth, dear, this town.
We're gonna rock this town.
Well, me and my baby went out late Saturday night. I had my hair piled high and my baby looked so right. Well, pick you up at 10, have you home by 2, baby. Don't know why I catched off you, but that's alright. We're looking just as cool as can be.
Sorry. And then, and how much were they, Pam?
I haven't heard
Did I
back from
ask
them
you?
either.
Okay.
I mean, the plus with them is these are all live shots. So she sounds,
How she'll sound.
this is how she's going to sound live. Yeah. So
The Susie, the knock on wood guys,
Yeah.
Howie, he was like the first to respond. Very
Yeah.
responsive, very excited. They're 500 to 600, depending on how many.
Do you have, I'll start playing Petty Larceny because you had sent me that. Do you have, can you send me the Knock on Wood website? Do you have that?
I think I did.
If you text it to
Did I?
me, I'll just type it in.
Okay, and then the petty larceny is 600.
Okay. 600.
Oh no, I sent you. Okay, sorry. Hold on.
That's okay. Okay, here's Petty Larceny.
I have Knock on Wood open on my screen if you want.
Oh, there you go. Thanks.
Okay.
I mean, they're good. They're good. Do they only exclusively play Tom Petty? I mean, I get it's petty larceny, but
I think so.
Well, I didn't even put that together until
I was
started
looking at all the
singing.
songs and I was like, oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
I love Tom Petty. I thought they were fun, but good point. If they only play Tom Petty, will people be?
Right.
I mean, there's a
Yeah,
lot.
Cold
Yeah,
Spring
isn't that the
only
Plain
plays
Dead?
Billy Joel and
Oh,
Elton
that's-
John. Grateful Dead, just Grateful Dead. Then we're like
Yep.
only.
It says
cover
Tom
doing-
Petty and the
Yeah.
Petty and the Heartbreakers.
I mean, it's good. Like this is easy to listen to for sure.
Let me send you.
If you
Did
could
I
just send me
you
the last
Knock on
one.
Woods? What?
If you could just send me the last one and then maybe next meeting we could go over.
Did I sent over Knock on Wood, but Stomp and
Oh, did
Holler
you?
might be a good one.
What one?
Oh,
Stomp and Holler, because they're like country, like modern country,
Okay.
classic rock.
I can't get Knock on Wood to play from my phone.
I like
I emailed you the site, but I don't know if that's helpful.
I'm not on email either
Oh, okay.
because of the screen sharing. Let me stop sharing.
these are all really good options, especially the ones you know.
Just share your email screen and then bring it up that way.
Yeah, hold on a minute. And Pam, just for your records, because I did email it to you, but the two bands that we received today, Riverboat Stompers
Yes.
is $825 to $1,000, and the Westwood Swing Band is $700 to $1,000. Which
Okay.
email did you send it to, Beck? Gmail or mine? Or
Sue's spam.
okay.
No.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
I like that the Cameron Campbell trio is a little bit different. How it's like more like freeform jazz. I don't know
Yeah.
if it necessarily translates well from a gazebo live, but I think it's a neat idea to try it. But I mean, all these bands so far would be a decent choice, I feel like. I mean, I really like Cold Chocolate too.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like.
Not
Cold
okay.
Chocolate.
And that
Back
guy
end
was
what?
kind of like Tom Petty too. Petty Larson
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
good.
Cold Chocolate reminds me of summer for some reason. Their music
Yeah.
like set.
There was, did you guys
Don't
ever,
learn out the-
Tower Hill has their like member picnic? And they had a live band that kind of sounded like Cold Chocolate. It was a really nice like vibe. It was nice.
No.
I'm only getting Howie.
Oh,
Oh,
Howie is from Knock on Wood.
so it's the
I know,
concert
but
videos, the sample songs.
Music
No, that's
samples?
Down, scroll down to the bottom. Yeah.
not- oh, no.
This one, yeah.
The AC was busted, the body was rusted. My wife was disgusted by pouring more money into that old car. She said it wasn't all that smart, but it got me where I needed, 'cause I never really needed to get too far.
Okay.
That's cute.
Mikey liked it.
I'm low tech, I'm old school.
This is Beck's song.
Some say
This is why Mikey liked it.
nothing but an old fool. I like to keep things simple as a rule. I'm low tech, I'm old school.
They're fun.
What, honey?
I sent you Stomp and Holler, Suze,
Okay.
but as a
I'll be
text.
out in a minute.
I'm gonna say we
I'll
can,
be out in a minute.
this has been it's a good sample.
This girl's voice is good. We played at Indian Head Ranch too. It's called Indian Head.
were very talented as well.
Yeah.
I had a fight going on in here.
I liked them.
Yeah.
And then
I hope
because my natives are restless. We have 3 more to go to. Missy Maxfield, who I think we've listened to before. Let me see. Riverboat Stompers.
They could be fun.
Mhm.
Oh wait, there's videos. I feel like we need to listen to an outdoor one. So they were great.
Yeah.
And then,
Cute.
and different than what we've been having.
Mhm.
And so the same man handles both bands. So I'm not sure if they overlap.
Yeah, they look like they might have some of.
Sorry, it was just trying to turn it down.
What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. I've a smile on my face for the whole human.
Okay. And then Missy Maxfield project. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, this isn't them. Where did it go?
Jeez.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Go back. Yeah, the Missy Maxfield project. Yeah.
This is her?
Wayland Wednesdays, we're the first one of the kickoff of the series here.
Yoo-hoo.
So thank you for being here today. We appreciate it. We always have a good time here. So just sit back and enjoy the music. 2, 3, 4. Well, my heart knows better than know myself, so I'm gonna let it do all the talking. Came across a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse and a cherry tree. Felt a fear upon my back, said don't look back, just keep on walking. But the big black horse and looked this way, said hey little lady, marry me. I said no, 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 not the one for me. No, no, nah, 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 no, I said no, no, you're not the one for me.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now. I think we covered all of the bands now.
Yes.
Since we're not sure on everyone's availability for the dates and the days that we have left, keep that in mind as well. So do you want to start ranking who to contact first?
We can.
Or do you want to wait? Do you want to sit on it and research some more? Should we wait for Jess and Trisha? I'm open to suggestions on this.
It is fresh in our mind, but just depends on
Wanna-
people can stay on.
Do we want to just throw out some favorites and then I can reach out for availability?
Go from there. Okay.
Or
Okay.
I liked that Dixieland Jazz Band. What was that? The first of the group that those guys were in the same one?
The Riverboat Stompers.
Stompers, yeah. I think it would be fun to have a jazz setup, and whether it's them or it's the Cameron Campbell Trio, I think it would be fun to do something kind of like that.
yeah.
Agree.
I think that the Riverboat Stompers might be a bit more, like, like not top 40, but more, yeah, like it seemed like the Cameron Campbell Trio went off more in like experimental jazz, which is great. I have no problem with that, but I think the Riverboat Stompers would be an easier
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
Cold Chocolate was kind of like jazzy too, but they had singing and
They were my
they had
favorite.
more variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Cold
Same,
Chocolate.
they
And
were-
I love Tom Petty. Those are my
Yeah.
two picks. Those are my two
I like the
favorites.
Tom Petty one too, but I also liked that Holler and what's the Stomp and Holler?
Stomp and Holler.
Petty Larceny,
Mhm.
Cold Chocolate. I'm trying to get down everyone's Jen,
Stomp and Holler, because I stopped taking them.
Stomp and Holler.
They had a pretty good variety because they actually covered a good amount of country, which I don't think we really had country.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
they
have,
seemed like
Johnny
like
Cash and
yeah, that's what I was saying. They kind of seemed a little bit more like I love Tom Petty, but if they're only going to play Tom Petty, where
Right.
the
I
Stomp
know.
and Holler would
And
play
plus
like
we
more.
already have like 2 other cover bands.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of cover bands.
I like them on like the short list, but their genre has been filled, unfortunately. If like for some reason we don't get Playing Dead or Cold Spring Harbor, I think they'd be a great
Yeah.
The
alternate.
Petty Larceny, yeah.
Yeah.
Beck, you had mentioned Cold Chocolate. Did you have another one that stood out to you?
I like the first one because I like, but I don't know if it would be a draw, but personally, I like the first one. And then I did like the Stomp and Holler. Yeah.
And I loved Cold Chocolate as well. Like Stomp and Holler, I'd like to listen to them more. I did not down on that list more. Or my third choice would be a tie between the Riverboat Stompers and the trio. As I'm sure I only sampled 3 of their songs kind of quick. So I'm sure they have like other available songs as well.
There's also is it Late Bus? Hit the Bus? Which one is the
Hit the
local
Bus?
one? The
Are there
teachers.
It's Late Bus, the teachers that
Okay.
Jess and I know.
Oh yeah.
Were we
They
gonna
got a
put
lot
them
better.
in
I
or-
saw them this summer and 2 outside venues, but and they were a lot better. I don't know if they have like another person or I don't know what it was, but or maybe it was just because I was happy to be at a event. But yeah, I saw them at like a smaller, like my friend's 40th, and then I saw them at Marlboro at a it was like a big festival in Marlboro. They were good, but And
Did they apply? Did they have interest? I didn't even,
I didn't know.
They
Oh,
probably
didn't
didn't
get
because
anything
they're
from them. I
teachers
just-
and they're overwhelmed. I don't know.
That's true.
right.
Yeah,
I think we have.
it
good
could be a
shot.
backup.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it looks like,
Cold chocolate.
oh, Pam, I didn't write down yours, just so I have them.
I'd probably put cold chocolate first. Stomp and
Okay.
Holler. I love the petty larceny, but I agree with the whole, we already have cover bands happening. I thought the Riverboat and the Westwood Swing, those two guys were fun and different. So maybe I'd go for them.
What is
So
it?
it looks
the
like-
Westwood Swing band. I don't know.
Well, it
Like
seemed like the Westwood Swing had a vocalist.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Riverboat has a vocalist, but
They had a lot of members though, too, didn't they?
yeah,
What do they
Yeah,
charge?
I think
do you know?
that's 825 to 1,000.
probably varies.
And the swing is 700 to 1,000.
They might
And
have
what's
a
Stompin'
call-in,
Hol-
too, with like people who want to dance and stuff. That might be fun.
Yeah.
And how much does Stomp and Holler? Do we have that amount?
Nope, I haven't. So that was a recent, I think you just forwarded that to me
Oh, I probably,
a couple days ago. So
Okay.
I will email. that.
okay. All right, so it looks like cold chocolate was a favorite. And then Stomp and Holler,
Yeah.
and then either the
The trio
the trio
or the stompers,
Yes.
or the river
or the Stompers.
Like-
I was getting
Too much
confused with the
stomping.
Stompers and Stomp and Holler. It's like the year of the buses. I was like, wait a minute, did I write this down wrong? I've been
Are we doing
a long day.
4 or 5 concerts?
I think we had said 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we actually only had 4 dates written down. But we did say 5, looking back at my notes.
Are they all Sunday dates right now?
No, we chose
Two Sundays.
two Sundays. We were gonna do the start and the close as Sundays, and then we were gonna try to do Thursdays for the other ones. Cool.
Well, if cold chocolate is an only Sunday, maybe we could see what Sundays, maybe we could do a Sunday for them. Because we all loved them so much.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much every Sunday. In
And I'm not as strict to like the every other week because we are doing Sundays and Thursdays. So I think if we just get the dates out there and have like a simple graphic poster with the dates, I think it'll be, I think that will work.
Maybe it's better we're not strict to trick Mother Nature.
Let's get sneaky, ladies.
Hmm.
We're gonna be sneaky. Hide out from her.
So they have July 10th, July 17th, July 24th, and August 14th, but we have Playing Dead on the 21st. So it would be a back-to-back. So I can ask for July.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works for me.
If we
To
can
break
get
it
that
up a little.
Dave kid on a Thursday, that's great. What was it? Melodious. What was his name?
Zach, you've been
Melodious
calling
Zach.
him Dave all
Zach.
day.
I remember the melodious part.
Yes, which is the most important part.
It is. It was fun.
We can still ask him for some, if he has any live videos or how it would work.
Yeah.
Tell him we loved his videos that he has
Yeah.
on his site. Okay, so we'll just hammer that out. And if you need any help, Pam, let me know.
Okay.
Sending out whatever.
Okay.
There was one more thing on the agenda, the garden club. I'm gonna circle back to the town cleanup because they were interested in possibly doing something at the drive-through or having an area where people could park and do something whether it be plant a plant or information about the garden club sale, or maybe they would be a source of seeds, something, I'm not sure. I had spoken with their member, their Julianne, who's their Board of Selectmen liaison. And she said she was going to circle with them and see what they'd be interested in doing with us, if anything. So I'll put that on my list for that. But other than that, I think we've accomplished a lot this meeting. So I thank you. It's a little late, but we did a lot for our first kindness week ever.
Yeah.
You guys ready? Anybody have anything else right now?
No.
No. Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion to end the meeting?
Yeah.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor? It seems to be unanimous. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.